Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, attorney Geoff Davis.
What up, Willie D?
Man, you know I was born in Geoff Davis Hospital. You familiar with Geoff Davis Hospital?
My brother was born. My brother was born in Geoff Davis Hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Geoff Davis, attorney
Which is short
Geoff
for
Davis.
Jefferson Davis. My name is Jeffrey.
Right, but you spell it different.
Yeah, with a G.
With a G.
Yeah,
Geoff
my
with
mother. Yeah.
Geoff with a G.
Yeah. That's the original French spelling of the name Jeffrey, which then went over to England and became Geoffrey. And it just so happened that my mother said she liked that, and so she went with it.
Right. So how does one get from the fofo in the hood of H-Town all the way to California practicing sports law, sports and entertainment?
Well, you know, Willie, man, first off, I have a big family in California, but my entire family is originally from Texas. Some moved out in the 50s and 60s. Actually, one of my aunts moved to L.A. from Houston in 1936. She used to work for Ray Parker Jr., and not back then, obviously, but she used to clean floors, and then in the 70s, and Ray Parker Jr. got big. So I have a big family there. My mother has several siblings, as well as my pops. My pops moved to Compton in the I'm going to get the year wrong, in the 50s, when Compton was still all white. In fact, George Bush was living in Compton. The first Bush, not the the H, the first President Bush. He was living in Compton in the 1950s. Compton was all white and had white gangs that hated black people. So when black people started moving in, the black people there that were moving in formed gangs to fight back against the racism against the white people in Compton.
Wait a minute, so you're trying to tell me that the gangs were not formed to go against each other, but it was formed to protect themselves from outsiders?
Well, those gangs back then in the 50s, not this
50s.
What's going on now.
This is a different thing with the Crips and the Bloods.
This is a completely different thing, yes.
Well, even the Crips and the Bloods, from my understanding, it was started to, to help people, in the neighborhood defend themselves, against the popos.
That's an excellent point, because when you look at the Crips Constitution, yes, there is one. When Mayor Tom Bradley was the mayor of L.A., the first black mayor that we've had. Now we have a black mayor now in L.A. He sat down with the people who wrote the Crips Constitution, from my understanding, and they had the same 10-point program as what the Black Panthers had in the 60s. And of course, when J. Edgar Hoover neutralized the Black Panthers by getting rid of almost every chapter around the country, then what you had left over was these brothers who had this whole mindset of helping the community, and initially the word CRIP was an acronym that stood for Community Inter-Party Revolutionary Service. And then I think Mayor Tom Bradley said, take the word.
Hold on, you say
Community Revolutionary.
Okay, because you mentioned you skipped revolutionary.
Did I? Okay, maybe I said it out of line. Yeah, you're right. So Community Revolutionary Inter-Party Service.
Okay.
But Mayor Tom Bradley said, we got to get rid of the word revolutionary. Let's go with reform. So community reform, inter-party service, and then it just became colloquially known as community revolution in progress or something like that, I'm not a member of the, the gangs, but that's the history on it, and that's where it started. It morphed into, unfortunately, what you hear about today.